Hey Raquel, we're going to do some MailChimp work now. Starting on the dashboard, this is what you'll see when you are first logging in. What we want to do is we want to go down to campaigns. And on campaigns, what you'll see are the campaigns that we sent, or really that I've sent so far as our tests, so we could figure out the naming, the company name, and how things look. You can see we sent some out already here. What we want to focus on now is coming up with a new campaign, or taking a campaign that we've already created as a template, making a new campaign out of that, and then editing that, and also adding some context to it as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here on the left side, and I'm going to click Email Templates. And what we have here are a couple different versions. Looks like you'd created these initially. And then I came in and did a test one myself, which you'll see where I had some different imagery. And then we went and selected imagery and came up with the version that we like. So I can click over here on the right-hand side where it says Edit. And on the right-hand side of that, where the drop-down arrow is, I'm going to say Create Campaign. So again, we're going to the templates in the campaigns over here. We're going to the top template, the one that we worked on recently, and we're going to do one thing first, which is edit it. Okay. So as you see there, I clicked on Edit Design, and it's processing. And what you're seeing here is really what is being displayed in the email that you're sending out. And so what we can do is we can edit some of the text like we talked about. And when I click on this frame here, what you see on the right-hand side over here is the exact replica of what you're looking at here, but in an editable format. And so I think this text here looks pretty good, but what we want to do is add a little bit of season's greetings cheer. So what we'll do is here, we'll say hello and happy holidays. And we'll take a quick look at the text. I think this is fine for now, but again, after watching this video, you'll be able to go in and change it to your specific liking. And as you see here, anything that I change on this side automatically changes on this side over here in the middle. And that's what you're seeing when you send out the email. And then at the end here, I'm going to say, wishing you a safe and wonderful, wishing a safe and wonderful holiday season. Let's plan a meeting soon. That's pretty simple right there. Maybe we'll say wishing you a safe, healthy, and happy holiday season. Okay, that looks pretty good. Great. So what you see here is what it looks like when it goes out. We've got the logo, Facebook links, you have your email link, your name, you have your phone number here, your email connection here. That looks pretty good. So at this point, we can hit continue on the right-hand side up here, and continue. And that should bring us back to the main page. We want to change a couple more things here, as you see. So we want to change who it's coming from. This is the default email address you have in your system, but we do have a couple other ones. And I believe your email address is, hold on one second, it's right. I believe it's Raquel@speedycapital.com. Okay, so in this sense, this is going to send you an automated email, and that is going to then send over. So I'm going to hit cancel for now. I'm going to take a quick look at this just to make sure I've got that email correct. At some point, we're going to want to verify that email address that you have in your domain so you can go between email addresses. And your preferred email address is SPEADY, of course. Okay. So we're going to continue and go back. And this is good. I'm glad you're able to see how I work through it and can move between pages as I'm doing so. So again, what I'm looking at here, I'm looking at all the details. I'm saying, who's it coming from? We got the name right, but I think you want to change who it's coming from. So we're going to say Raquel at SPEADY. All right. Okay, and the good news is that it didn't kick it back. I spelled it correctly this time, speedycapital.com, and the system recognized it. All right, so let's take a look at the subject line. So subject line is here. I think for this one, we're going to say from Happy Holidays from Speedy Capital. I wouldn't worry about the preview text. It's just when you open up an email, before you actually open the email in your inbox, you can see some additional text, and that's what the preview text looks like. But in this case, we don't have to do that. And what's nice over here is it gives you some ideas and some tips about what you can do. So I'm going to hit save. And then on the recipient side, I'm going to click Edit Recipients. And so the way it's set up is in audiences. You have one main audience right now. It's called RMG Consulting Inc., but that doesn't really have any bearing on what's inside. If you click the segment or a tag, and I'll show you this in the next video, but you can pick who you want it to go out to. So in this case, we've got Foundry Commercial. Those are the email addresses I added before. We have the Outreach Test Group, and then there are some other segments that are pre-built. So I won't worry about this now. We're just going to say save, and I'm going to do a new video that talks about how to add contacts, and then it'll make sense when I click on Edit Recipients which contacts. But for this one, we'll do the Outreach Test Group just so we have it. So we'll hit save, and in that we have two recipients. Pulls it up, and it's me and it's you. So that's what you can see there. So overall, what we have is two. You have to pick the recipients, and you do it by segments. From, make sure you're picking the at Speedy Capital because it automatically goes to the RMG. Change your subject line to whatever you want, and then you have your content, and you can edit the design. If you want to send a link, say on Nextdoor, you can click on this campaign link here. You can edit this. It's going to look like this, Happy Holidays from Speedy Capital, which is great. And what this looks like is when you send out this email campaign, people can share that. And then you can post this to your Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. You'd have to connect it to Facebook, and if you wanted to do that, you could do that. You just click here and then link it. You just have to open up your Facebook account and accept it. And we should be all set. So at this point, you can finish later, which means basically save it and come back to it. I don't believe we're allowed to schedule it. You have to upgrade the way you have your program right now. The level that you subscribe to just allows you to send it. You don't have the opportunity to send it later. Comes with a different package. But for now, we're just going to hit send. We're going to send it to us, and it's going to process. There you go. That's it. So that's the end of video 1 on how to edit a campaign, come up with a campaign from a template, edit it, and then send it out to a select group. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to add contacts and then give them tags.